Welcome to the Boston's Big Four podcast. Cast. New news about music and sports every week, sometimes.
You know, I feel like a little nervous. I have like so many cameras pointing at me. I feel like I'm on like a red carpet. Like,
Yeah, well,
I feel like you should be used to that, honestly.
I know. You gotta play a little humble. Like, you can't just go into it being like, I love being photographed.
Real humble for someone with grills on.
yeah.
Oh
So-
man, honestly, they make me feel like I have a superpower. Like
I don't doubt it.
and I'm like,
I don't doubt it.
what's up?
I don't know what I would feel like if I wore grills.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
On the pod, we should do that one episode.
Yeah, I may just need to
Just
take
have
him,
grills.
taking
Yeah.
my guy, do a whole thing. That would be so sick,
That'd be wild. I don't know. I don't know if we could pull that off, honestly.
bro.
Yeah.
That episode would go viral.
You think so? For the wrong reasons.
Oh, man.
Adam22 would be hitting us up.
You report on freaking rap music. I don't think it would be bad for you to get a grill as like a
I think it.
just
I
like
mean,
an experience.
White
thing.
guys with grills? I don't know, man.
so
Can't
hold
trust
on.
Can't trust them.
Just in case.
They're a little shicey.
Except for
They're a
Paul
little
Wall.
shicey.
Except for Paul Wall.
Yo, Paul Wall had some bops, man.
He did.
Oh man, sitting sideways.
Yep.
I just
Yeah.
want to, just in case some editing has to happen. Proper intro. Boston's Big Podcast,
Boston's Big
episode
Podcast.
101. Thank you for being here, Tre Michaels.
Of
We're
course.
talking grill talk. We're talking everything.
Thank you guys for having me.
Tre Michaels is here, ladies and gentlemen. Last time we saw you, you performed at our show that we threw in Somerville,
That was
and you killed it.
well. Thank you.
that was
I'm
amazing.
glad
You did.
enjoyed it.
No,
I'm
you
glad
did.
enjoyed
You
it.
did.
I
We were, it's the first time we did that, so we weren't sure what to expect, and the energy in the building all night was incredible, and you were definitely a huge part of that. So
Oh
just
my
want to say thank you
gosh,
for
I'm
that.
just so flattered.
I will say, even, I mean, just to like fan you even more, we were saying on the way home, like, you were probably the best performance. Sorry, everybody else, but you just were the best performance of the night, and that you have the star factor. I mean, like, it's just the way you carry yourself and your music and performance. So, and this was before we saw any articles written about the show or anything, which we were shocked and happy to see. That anything we're involved in is being reported on too. So, thank you for being on that show. That was awesome.
Oh
and
man. If I was white, you would see me blushing right now. Like, vividly. Like, my cheeks would be as red as my coat.
Awesome. So, but that night, I think the grills were new, right? Did you have
Yes,
grills
I was-
before this?
Well, to be honest, I've had like 4 pairs of grills, and I've lost them each time.
Oh, really?
Damn.
So this is like the 4th pair.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
So,
and I did something different with this one. Like, I never used to have the top part for the live. See, I
is
got
that
the
like a
top
partial?
2. Yeah, so I got the bottoms. I can check them out.
Oh. That was my next question. How easily are they removed? Because it feels like it's a permanent thing.
Nah, it's not permanent.
not.
I couldn't do that.
Do
So you
people
just
do permanent? Is
Yeah.
that-
So Lil Wayne's teeth are actual diamonds. Like he had his teeth replaced with diamonds. I know
yeah,
that.
Like Kanye has like a diamond bar. Like,
It's crazy.
Very
permanent.
interesting. Damn.
but mine are pull-ins, and so like, I did something different with it. Got the bottoms, and then I got like top 2 right there. And on each fang, there's like a diamond. So there's like 3 diamonds in it from like my favorite number. 3,
Okay.
lucky number 3.
Love those carrots.
That's why you're
fun.
Trey. I just figured it out.
Oh, that actually makes a
Exactly.
lot of sense.
There
Wow.
you go.
There we go.
I was so happy. Like, yo, mom, thank you for naming me Trey, cause like it really works.
Yeah.
Tre Michaels.
Yeah, that absolutely works.
Why number 3? Why is that your favorite number?
So honestly, like,
Allen Iverson.
yes,
I
that is a
remember
big
that from our
part.
first
Big
podcast
part.
with you.
Yeah, like all my favorite basketball players, like they wore the number 3. So like whenever
Right.
I played sports, I'd be fighting over the number 3
Yeah.
with people. Like,
That was like me with 5. I always wanted 5. When you have a
Everybody
lucky
did.
number, you're
Yeah.
like, you need that number.
I need it. It's
Right.
like you don't even feel that strongly about this number, so like let me
Right.
have it.
Right. Like
And then
this is everything
sometimes
to me.
people just want to spite you. They're like, "No, I'm not giving you the jersey because you want it so bad."
'Cause 3's a great number in sports.
I
So many
know.
greats have worn 3.
All the greats, or have 3 in it,
Right.
like Jordan.
Right.
Like 23 was also one of my favorite numbers growing up.
Yeah.
24 too.
Kobe. Of course.
Well, yeah, because of Kobe,
Rest
RP
in
the
peace.
legend. But also because that was the number I knew the most multiplication facts for. So like,
There
side
you go.
note, like
There you go.
the teacher in class, like, cause I'd be embarrassed to answer something wrong. So
Yeah.
like,
Oh, who wasn't though? It's the worst.
I was
exactly, that
terrified.
was terrible. You're like, why do you want to make me look dumb in front of the whole
Right.
class? But
Oh.
whenever he said anything like 2 times 12 equals what, I was like, this first.
Shout out to all the teachers out there that don't call on you if you're not raising your hand.
Like,
Oh, yeah, the
what is
best.
with that?
That was the worst. Like, you would get into a class the first day of school, and they'd be like, I will call on anyone, even if you're not raising your hand. I'm like, please get me out of this class.
Like, it just puts the student down.
Right. No, it does.
Yeah, or you just turn into the kid who's like, oh, and then they definitely don't call on you, so
Yeah.
that's it.
Yo, the OO
The
kid.
only kid that's raising the OO
The
kid.
OO kid is
The only
classic.
kid that's raising his
There's
hand. all
always
class.
at least like 3 OO kids in the class. That's
true.
Like sprinkle.
I knew a
It's
kid who
true.
used to like push his hand up with his other hand like
Oh.
more because you wanted to be.
No, the kids
His
that would hold
butt's
their
like out of the
the
chair.
kids that would hold their hand up so long that they'd have to like support it with their arm
yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
that's what
Yo, honestly, I've been that one time, but
Oh, me too. Yeah.
but
yeah.
it's because like you don't raise your hand for so long, and you finally know something,
Right.
And now you want to be called on for it,
Yeah.
and that's the time they decide not to call on you.
Exactly. Only when you're ready.
Yeah. I don't know that strategy. I don't know how it works because I feel like if I heard a peer say the right answer, I would also remember that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if a friend says something, you're like, I just remember that now.
Yeah.
I don't know then. But whatever. We're not going to figure out how to teach kids today. That's just
Eventually.
Doesn't happen in the night.
yeah.
I mean, just enough beers though. You never
You
know.
know, yeah, we could. This
do
could be a
anything.
long live. This could be a very long live.
We might- 3 years later. So we've completely revitalized the school education system.
Hey, that's what we're here for.
We've cracked the stocks.
Yeah, you know. Crypto
But I think-
going up.
Yeah, you've already cracked the stocks though.
I
You're
know.
heavily involved with Tesla.
Yeah, you know, made a song called Tesla, and now Elon Musk's a trillionaire. So like, what
Yeah.
can I say?
Not a coincidence.
Not a coincidence.
Not a
at all.
coincidence.
The correlation is there.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know,
We all see it. So what was that like? What was the creation of that song? Like, how did that start? I mean, the music video, you had visuals, like that
Yeah.
was very cool. So, and I saw your making of the poster.
yeah.
So how did that all come together?
So Tesla's a song that I've been working on for like a while now. Like, I've been creating a project, and like, I guess like now this is the first time people may know. Like, I'm working on a project. It's coming soon, and you'll get more details as we get closer.
Okay.
But Tessa's the first single from it. I remember my producer Eric Lynch. He sent me the beat, and we were on the phone together, actually working on it. Like, he was like doing stuff like ding, and I was like, "Yo, that's hot. Keep that." And then like I'm like, "No, send it to me right now. Send it to me right now." I went immediately downstairs into the basement where I recorded, and like finished it in like a night, and was like word from there. And then like the thing about this project is it was recorded in like mad different states, like Massachusetts, Nashville, Atlanta, California. Like, we went on a road trip from Boston to California and just was working on music like the whole time. So this whole project is like kind of like a encapsulation of all those experiences and stuff.
So how does that work? Were you going to different studios, or did you just bring your stuff and set up in a hotel room? Like, how does that work?
So like those were two different like experiences. Like, sometimes, like, I spent like a month in Nashville working on music in the studio. I spent like a month in Atlanta working on music in the studio, and I spent like a couple months in California working on music in the studio. And then like just along the way, like just like making beats or whatever, or like writing, like maybe they weren't all recorded and like certain things, but like we were looking at it, like the song, the track list, and we're like, yo, this was recorded here, this was recorded there, and it's just like so many different places that we recorded in and like actually created something. So it was cool.
I like
That is
that.
cool. And how did you get your hands on a Tesla? Who's got one?
You know, I just went to the dealership and
Yeah.
stole it. I'm just kidding. I don't know if I can say who has a Tesla. I'm not gonna.
Oh, you don't have to name drop anybody. Yeah,
I'm
but if
best
you
friends
had a
with
friend,
Elon Musk.
Yeah, you know, Elon just. I
can
was
you
like,
rent Teslas? They must be available, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I
You can
wonder-
rent anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's I mean,
saw something the other day. Drake used to rent like a Rolls Royce back in like 09, 08, 09 before he really blew up. and he could like not even really afford it. He was scraping together money every month, but just to like keep up his image. And then
so
the other day, for his birthday, his manager bought it for him, the one that he used to lease, just as like a.
He's like, the one with all the miles on it, bro. Can you not?
It's so crazy though, cause like I remember him like referencing that Rolls Royce in like songs.
Yeah.
So like to see him get that gift, it was like full circle, telling a story, and it was just like beautiful. And like the thing he said about like intense manifestation is kind of like what Tesla's about, like the song too, like because like me and my boy were like going to Tesla dealerships, like we wanted to get one at a point in time, and like we're like test driving it, and like we've been in a lot of them, like we have friends with it and stuff. So like then like I remember I wrote that song in that period because I was just like, yo, I want this, like I want this so bad. And then like the other thing the song represents is like minority empowerment and like getting something special and not striving for that 9-to-5 attitude. Even like if you want that and that's for you, that's great. Right. But like wanting something more and trying to build something of your own. Like I have a couple lines that I cannot survive in a 9-to-5 because that's not me. If that shit don't fly, we don't let it slide. So like just like building your own thing, wanting great things, and like putting into the community. That's like a big part of what went behind it.
I like that.
Nice. Yeah, that's important. I feel like that's one of those things that not everybody does. Like when you're trying to make it, you don't always give back or like make that foundation to help other people too.
Yeah.
So that's all the right moves.
Yeah, and it's like inspire people too. Like I want everyone to like, I want to look at people and be like, yo, damn, they're working hard. Like I really want to get that, or I want to do that or get better. And I want people to look at me and feel the same way, you know?
Absolutely.
Like we work together to do that as well.
Right. So you've been dropping singles kind of periodically for a while now.
Yeah.
I feel like, and obviously you said you have a project on the way.
Yeah.
We've all been waiting for it for a long time. Was that kind of part of your plan to just like kind of just slowly build up the hype, you know what I mean, until the project comes? Because a lot of people just, they want to get a project out right away. But you've kind of been taking your time with it and, you know, getting these singles out and seeing how those do and then kind of just building off of that.
So like really like it wasn't like super thought out. Like a lot of this stuff isn't like really planned out at first, you know what I mean? It's like feeling. So like we like worked on the music, was like developing the music over time, and then like every step of the way we got like new members of the team that could help put that project in like a better position. Like if I would have put that project out before I met CD, it would have like impacted how I approach music and stuff like that. Like working with different people, like our team has grown from just me and Cash in the basement working on singles when we like recorded Safe and stuff to like CD, Zato, Lino, like all these people that play a like big role in like lifting each other up, you know? Right. So long story short, like I had a project. I wanted to put out the project for a while, but it just didn't feel right. And now like right now feels like the right time to do it.
All right. We're ready. We've been waiting for it.
Can you give us the initials of the project?
Oh, no.
No.
I cannot.
What's the overarching theme of the project? This is our job. We got to pull it out of you. Bro.
All right. So I will say the title is like a play on like a basketball accolade.
Okay.
I will say that.
Basketball accolade. Now you got me thinking.
Don't think too hard. I don't want you to accidentally say it.
All right, I'm not going to say
triple
it.
Doubles.
I wasn't going to say it. I'm not saying it. Cut that out.
Yeah, cut that out. You didn't
Only the people on the live. They can delete that. Delete that off your brain.
The hint is Russell Westbrook.
I feel like the hint would have to be in your name, too.
Might be.
All types of things. Yeah.
Now we got everyone thinking.
Yeah.
Webs.
Comment if you think you know the title.
Yeah, sound off in the comments
Please
if
do.
you know the title.
Guess the title of my project, and I'll give you a Tesla. I mean, Elon Musk will give you a Tesla. Elon Musk will give you a Tesla. Don't call me. Just contact Cash, my manager, cash.nova. And if you don't get your Tesla, sue him. Okay?
Yeah, it's definitely his fault. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. It's in the fine print.
We have a lot of fun at Boston's Big Four.
too.
No.
This is our
I
favorite
love
thing.
it.
Yeah.
So back to the show, you, like we said, you kind of like there was just a different energy when you took the stage, and you obviously like are big on crowd interaction and getting people involved. How long has that been like a big focus of yours, your live performance, and really setting that off?
Like, it's honestly never been something I've like had to like think about that much.
Yeah.
Cause it's like I'm just being myself on stage, you know. So like, I like to talk to people. I like to interact with people. So like, I like to just make sure that happens on stage. Like as I've like performed more, I start to think about how I can make that even better. Cause I want to give like the best experience to like my fans and stuff when we're performing.
Right.
And like throwing these shows. But really, it just comes down to like in school, I used to always love to like speak in front of the class, like read from the books in front of the class, like the stuff that
really?
people didn't like to do.
Yeah, most kids don't like that.
Yeah, I've always loved like public speaking.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So
yeah.
like,
Public speaking is like the biggest fear after death for most people.
Yeah.
I'm definitely afraid of death. Definitely afraid
It's
of
rare
death.
to meet someone that like actually enjoys public speaking.
Yeah, that's me.
Obviously, if you're a performer, that's pretty important, I guess.
So basically, when I get on stage, like everyone gets that like butterfly feeling.
Yeah.
It'd be like flapping. Like I feel like a whole bird is in my stomach sometimes. But like I like can do it and I go through it. Sometimes people are like, "Oh my God, Trey, how do you do that? Like it's so hard." I'm like,
It just comes naturally.
yeah, pretty much. Like I don't
It's
know.
your personality. It's like
Yeah.
that plays a big part of it. Like you're an outgoing person, so you're just like you get on stage and you're like everybody make some noise. Like, you want everybody to have a good time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, sorry.
no, you go. I want to hear
Well,
what you're saying.
I was gonna say, I think that like you're probably wired like a thrill seeker, and they say that like thrill seekers usually go for things that spark adrenaline. Like
Yeah.
you might go skydiving, do something that makes you excited.
Would
In
you
your
go
case,
skydiving?
I think so.
Okay.
yeah,
I think so.
I mean, in your case, you're going on stage, something that terrifies
Yeah.
most people. Like, and you don't want to do it. You say you get the butterflies, but it's something you're embracing. You're going
Yeah.
for it. And I think that's really what it comes from, and that it makes sense. Like why you would go. I mean, and that's the avenue that you're most comfortable in.
Yeah.
That's I understand where you're coming from, in that way. Not that I feel like I'm good on stage. You know, you saw
Nah,
us.
you can do
You
it.
saw us at the
saw us
show.
in
Yeah.
between sets. Oh
We were
my
like,
God.
who's next? Who's next? Go.
Hip Hop Harry.
Come up here so I can get off.
Yeah.
Yo. Please take me off. But like another thing that you mentioned that's like a very good point is like you said like you want people to have like a good time. And that's like the biggest thing in me. Like I'm like naturally I'm not naturally entertaining. That's but I'm naturally an entertainer. So
Yes.
like when I'm in a room with people, even if I'm tired, I feel like, oh my God, I gotta make them laugh or they're gonna feel bad. Like I want them to like have a good time. Like
We need people like
I'm
that.
like, oh my God, I gotta make them smile so then they're having a good time. Like I feel that pressure on me
Yeah.
to like have people enjoy themselves, you know? So that also comes across on the stage. I'm like, hey, bro, like I really want you to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. No, that definitely came across in your performance.
I can go. I'll go
Yeah.
with this, yeah.
And also like I could see that because the way you were, I mean, I loved how when you got on stage you said make noise for the other performers.
Yeah.
Like I think that's super important. Not everyone does that.
Yeah.
And then when the other guys were performing, you were up in the front going crazy.
Yeah.
And I love to see that. Like Owen and I were talking about that at the show, where it's like I love watching this, like
Yeah.
seeing the other artists supporting each other.
That's like the best thing to like. I'm so like confused by this like weird like kind of like image that people want to like hold up of themselves. Like yeah, I'm too good for like to like show love or like give back. It's like that's how people grow. That's how you can grow with people. So I'm like, yo, if I want you to be like having fun in front of my performance, how can I expect you to want to do that for me if I'm not
Yes.
also willing to do that
Yeah.
for you?
To all the artists out there, if you're on a bill with like a few other artists, stick around and watch their performances.
Yeah,
Like, I
like-
think that's very important to not just leave after your set.
It's so crazy. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, as an artist, how much time you put into something to like
You know how much
create.
it means to someone to be up on that stage and to get the reaction that they want.
Yeah, so
Or to
it's
not get the reaction that they want. You know, like how shitty that feels.
exactly. And
Right.
like the thing is, like though that moment that you just gave to them may like inspire them to take it a step further. Like you never want to cut someone down, you know. If they have a passion and they want to chase something, you gotta like feed that. I believe in feeding things because like you can always get better. Everyone can get better. Maybe not everyone's gonna be Drake, but like there's a lane.
No, there's certain artists that hit us up and like their music might not be phenomenal, but I can tell just they have the drive.
Yes.
And I'm like, I feel like this person in 3 years is going to be dope because they are not going to give up. You can just tell. So I appreciate that almost more than I appreciate someone who's making dope music but only drops something every couple years, like isn't really putting their heart into it.
That's so true. Like that's like a thing like Cash, my manager, he like really looks for in an artist. Yeah. Like he's like, talent can be there, but like if you don't have like all the stuff around it to like make it grow, then it's not sustainable. You know what I mean? Like someone can't want something more than you want it for yourself.
Yeah. No, talent I think is really just the first step. Like, cool, you got talent. Like a lot of people got talent. Yeah. But until you have, you know, all that stuff down, your live performances, the marketing, the interacting with fans, and there's so many different pieces that come into it. Yeah. That some people just think they can rely on their talent, and that's not enough, especially these days.
Yeah, it's a crazy world, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned you got the album coming out. Can we get any singles before the album, or?
Let me see. You gotta. Come on. I don't know. I don't know if I can say all that.
All right.
I don't know, but I mean, if
Maybe.
you pull it out of me, make me feel special. Make me feel pretty. Tell me, compliment me. Take me out to dinner first. I'll let you get the single.
Buy me a drink first, at least. Damn.
Oh yeah, you already did.
Oh, I did.
Okay, I'll give you the next single. So the next single that we have coming out is called Body Bag.
Okay.
It'll be out in like the next couple of weeks.
All right.
You were asking about how the cover process of like Tesla came about.
Yeah.
And it's like I dropped like a 4-pack of songs like right after the pandemic last year.
Right.
And they all had that same format, like where we developed like a format where we like make a real picture. You know what I mean? So like we print it out. I like actually sign it to give it that personal feel. Yeah. And like then we just like copy it in.
Right.
So you could just feel like the work and like what went behind it. And then also like we like to like capture like other content like during the like photo shoot. Like someone just takes a like picture for their cover, but like dang, there's no like story behind it. So like with that like 4-pack of songs that we call Pandemic Pack, we like shot more pictures to go along with it, and like we told a story with every post. I'm not sure if everyone caught on to that when I was doing it, but that's like about like keeping it consistent. Like sometimes I post my covers that are just like the prints outs and the like signatures. Yeah. And I'm not sure if people realize they're a cover. And like at this point, that's just like what I decided I want my brand to look like. And so I'm just gonna keep doing it until it like registers.
So you're gonna drop all your singles are gonna have that same theme.
The same style, yeah.
And you write the title on
yeah.
that, right? Yeah.
Sometimes people don't believe me because they're like, no, that handwriting's too good. Like, you're a boy.
You do have good handwriting.
I'm like, yeah, I'm a boy whose mother made him erase anything. That was trash.
Also, boys can do anything girls can do, and girls can do anything boys can do.
I love it.
That's the rules.
I love it. Oh, my gosh. We are breaking barriers here.
Yeah, yes, we are.
Boston's Big Four.
So progressive.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
You want another beer?
I got one.
Oh, man.
So, Body Bag, that's coming out soon.
Coming out soon.
Did you guys tell any secrets while I was gone?
We got a new single coming out.
Yeah, he made me feel pretty, so I like revealed it to him. Maybe if you would have made me feel pretty, you would have got the album title.
I'm about to go wind it back and see how he made you feel pretty.
You got to see it.
No, that's in the deleted scenes.
Patreon exclusives. We're trying to start putting those out. So, yeah.
Patreon exclusive.
So talk about Wigdaw. You got CD Rose just dropped an album, right?
Yes.
You got Mazzato. Who else is in the group?
Those are like the artists that like are like managed by Cash and like work with the Wigdaw. Yeah. But like obviously we have like artists that we love and like we work with like a lot. Like I work with V a lot.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I feel like he's kind of like not a member of Wigged Up, but he's kind of in the circle.
Yeah,
Is he a
he's
red
family.
man, like
He's
the
family
red man of
to
Wigged
me.
Up?
Yeah, he's like the red man.
Like these always fam to me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
for sure. And there's a bunch of artists that we all like, and all of us have like a different like set of artists that we like, and we all like hang around each other, and we're all like cool, and we just are about building relationships and having fun, and like extending the family, showing love where love is due, and hopefully it's returned.
So we can see Weg Dog growing in the future.
Oh, in terms of like artists we work with, yeah, I don't know if Cash wants to manage another artist right now.
Cash, come
three
on.
his company.
That's understandable.
But like right now, in terms of like something like Wig Dog's doing, like where our man Lino just put together a show called Feels Fest that's coming November 4th.
Yes,
Oh.
I'm actually going to that.
That'd be dope.
Yeah,
That'd
I'm
be dope.
actually going.
It's a night of
Sounds like I am
R&B.
too.
Miranda Ray's there, right?
Yeah, Miranda Ray. Like
Shout
she
out
works
Miranda
with us
Ray.
a lot now. Like I love Miranda Ray. She's like my like twin in terms of like we have the same humor. We could
Okay.
just bounce off each other like
Yeah.
crazy. It's dope. But yeah, so they have that show. It's gonna be CD, Miranda, and Notebook P, all
Fire.
like phenomenal like
Yep.
R&B artists, and it's just gonna be a night to remember. So if you're in the live, go get your ticket now. November 4th, Hard Rock Cafe. I don't remember what time the doors open. Do you remember? 7:30.
There we go.
All right.
We're on top of things.
Hard
We
Rock
are.
Cafe, be there.
Be there or be Diamond. I had to switch it up.
All right.
Sounds,
It's
Diamond
square,
sounds
but-
pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh
I don't know if I
yeah,
wanna
no,
go
don't. I want to be a diamond.
What's the difference between a diamond and a rhombus? Hit us up in the live.
Oh,
What do
I
you-
should have said rhombus. That would have been clever. Oh man.
I don't
Also,
even
hit us
know.
up if you can do a Rubik's Cube. We're still trying to figure this one out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can only do the top layer, so that's all I got for you.
I can move the stickers around. And figure it out.
Yeah.
I feel like you tried that already. Like there's a couple
You can
that's
tell
feel-
there's a couple that have been peeled off.
Yeah,
Yep.
like you might have
Yeah.
been over there with the
Hey.
finger
Oh man.
flickering. But
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah. It's like I'm just picturing like that
I just wish
scene
my
from Toy
teachers
Story.
believed that.
Yeah,
Oh
right?
my god. Damn, they're so mean. Nah, there was actually this one time, like in 8th grade, I got accused of like cheating, and I wasn't, and it was just like the most angering thing that I've ever
Yeah.
been through, because it was like so like the teacher like saw my work, I handed in my work, and she's like, Trey, who did you have do your homework for you? And I'm like, what? She's like, this isn't your handwriting, like this is way too neat. And I was like,
That's hilarious.
I was like,
Wow.
I like closed the book.
Here
She
we go with the
stormed
neat
out.
handwriting again. Nobody
I
believes
know,
you.
bro. And then
That's
I
crazy.
stormed out the room, and then like I realized I forgot something, so I went back to go grab it. You know that's the worst when you're
Yeah,
angry
yeah.
and you storm out and you're like, ah, damn my
shoes, yeah.
jacket. Like,
'Cause when you're
it's
angry,
cold
Any little
outside.
thing will set you off.
Oh, it's the worst.
You have to
yeah.
go back,
You
or
ever
you're
been-
just
you ever been
outside
angry
cold.
with back when headphones had wires and you're walking with your headphones and they get caught on something?
Oh man,
yeah.
That'll
the
set you
worst.
off.
that will. Oh,
Oh yeah.
but anyways, I went back. Oh yeah, I left the notebook.
This dude still got wires on his headphones.
Hey, me too.
Yo, I went back and like she was like, I looked through your book and like you do have neat handwriting, so you didn't cheat.
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
like,
wild.
where's the sorry?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
You
yeah.
didn't say it, but it's
Like,
whatever.
you owe me now.
I had a very similar experience once.
Really?
Yeah, I was asked to like tell the truth, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, and they were like, tell me now, like before it becomes a problem. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And they
Yeah.
like got my parents involved. I was like, I did this homework. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what the problem was. It's very
I had
weird.
an incident once where I was in like 5th grade and I may or may not have copied off this kid. I did.
Oh,
I did.
allegedly.
But so we both got the same grade. We both failed. The teacher.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no. So the teacher calls us after class and she's like, "All right, seems like you guys copied off each other." It's like, "But you both failed." He's like, "All right, so we're gonna have you take the test again in separate rooms." So we took it again. He got the same grade and I got like an 80. And I was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have cheated off him. I actually knew this shit."
That's a lesson in confidence.
Right?
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
It was wild.
Was the
The
kid
teacher
like
was like,
smart?
"Why'd you cheat off of him?" I was like, "I didn't think I knew it. I don't know."
It's because you kept calling on me when I wasn't raising my hand. You destroyed
I
my
did it to spite
confidence.
Yeah.
I was like, "There's no way I know anything," because every time you call on me, I don't know the answer.
Shit myself. No, you're
Yeah.
right.
I said that was
You were right
exactly the
first
feeling. Like, I started wearing diapers. It's cool.
Yeah. Destroying my confidence in 5th grade.
Okay, actually, this is an interesting segue. So, did any of your teachers inspire you or go against your aspiration for music?
I think like every adult figure in my life kind of has in a way. Like they definitely like. I don't think anyone really believes in like music. You know what I mean? At first, like
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh, that's so hard," and it's like, "Yeah, it's hard," and like you don't have the like. You don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's like, sorry you gave up on your dreams. But
Yeah,
I'm
but
still
like
doing
I'm
this.
still gonna take my shot at it. Like, jeez, like party pooper. But like, pretty much, I don't think I have like a teacher in mind that really did, cause like I never really like talked to them about it. Like I was also weird about my music, cause like I didn't really show it to my family growing up.
Okay.
Cause I didn't want them to hear me swear.
Yeah,
So
That's valid.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
I'm
But
I'm like afraid of my mom listening to this podcast sometimes. So
yeah.
yeah, I'm like, damn, mom. Like she's like, I want to hear your new single. I'm like,
it's like, no,
I'm
you
saying,
don't.
how many times did I say bitch? Like, oh my god, no, you please don't listen.
It's artistic expression, please.
But like, pretty much. I mean, my mom was a singer when she was growing up, so like that's like an inspiration for doing it.
Okay.
I guess like I was always around like music and stuff, so like
What kind of music did you sing?
R&B probably
Word.
was the closest to it.
Okay. Were you like trained sort of young, or were you? It sounds like you were exposed to music, or were you taught at a young age, like just the notes and like how to perform and things like that?
I was never formally taught that. I kind of I think like in some form, music is like genetic in a way.
It
Like
definitely is, because you're not the first person, not the first artist we've talked to who had parents who did music.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I feel
like-
like that's pretty common.
I think that's just something in my chromosomes or something says like, yo, you want to rap.
Yeah.
But like,
So I misspoke earlier. You're not wired to be a thrill seeker. You're wired to be a musician.
Thrill-seeking musician.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like, I won't play chicken on the road with a car, but
Yeah, yeah.
like, I
But
will
you
get
might
on
go
stage.
skydiving.
Yeah,
Nah,
not
I'm
like
gonna go-
Death Wish stuff. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Have you stage dove before?
Yo, I'm so scared to. Like,
You don't think people are gonna catch you?
I don't think people can catch me. I'm heavy.
And
Like,
there's
I'm a
high risk of
solid
getting
guy.
you, too.
Like,
So
If
Like,
Owen and I are in the front row, go for it. You got it.
like
You got
I
it.
need some
These
big
shoulders.
guys or anybody that I feel like can hold me up, cause like
hey,
I'm
I was
heavy.
a lineman. I got you.
Yeah.
I don't
That's the
know.
thing.
I'm like 2 something.
You gotta just be like, all the big dudes coming to the front.
Yeah. Hey
I'm about
yo,
to stage dive.
I love you girls, but bring the big guys to the front. I'm not
Oh,
trying to
man.
crush you.
Yo, I saw this video the other day. I think it was from a few years ago, but it was like Akon brought some dude on stage and then just threw him off the stage.
Oh,
What?
wait, I think I've seen
Yeah.
that, though. The backstory was the guy was being a dick.
Yeah,
though,
he was
right?
being a
Yeah.
dick. So he brought him up on stage. The dude's thinking like he's gonna be on stage. It's awesome, and Akon just fucking throws him into the
Oh,
crowd.
man.
That's
It was
so
awesome.
lit. Have you ever seen the video of like Miguel like freaking like karate kicking some girl in the neck?
No.
It was freaking crazy.
Jesus.
Why?
Like he
Wait.
was performing and there were like this like stage like divide that he jumped over and like her head was there and like
Oh, so
like,
he didn't do it on purpose.
No,
Oh, I see.
no,
okay.
he just
I'm
did it on
picturing like a
accident.
fan jumping on stage and he's like, get out of here.
and just karate kicking her. No, that would have been terrible. I mean,
Jesus.
I don't think you'd have hit songs anymore
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this point. That's definitely cause for cancellation.
Oh yeah,
But like,
absolutely.
I'm sure he probably got sued or something for it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, people looking for anything these days, even an accident.
I
But that,
know.
I'm sure. I think there was somebody though who threw like a woman off the stage. I feel like there was this. I feel like it was the Jonas
Crazy
Brothers.
shit
The
happens.
Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, I don't.
I
think
just
so.
couldn't put it.
I don't
couldn't
think
You
see
know what?
them
No,
doing that.
that's what it was. It was Nick Jonas threw a woman off a stage.
Why
That's
has he
what-
not been canceled yet?
Yo, they're like, but his eyes are so pretty.
Yeah, right.
Like, we can't cancel Nick Jonas. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm playing. He probably didn't do that. But I don't want to like hurt anybody, you know, or get
Yeah.
hurt. That would be crazy.
Have you guys ever been to a Tyler the Creator concert?
No. It sounds like it would be fun.
I can imagine it's a lot of injuries going down there.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah. Were people flailing elbows? I feel like that's what
I
people
mean, have you ever
try.
talked to
It
someone
wasn't
who's
like a mosh. It was just like so many people, and we're like sardine packed. Like me and Cash for some reason thought it'd be dope to like get to the front, and like we're both like pretty strong and big people, so like it's pretty easy to like divide the crowd and go to the front. But then we got to the front and realized this is the last place you want to be. Like it's like so packed. You're like
It's a war
next to
zone up
people.
there.
And like we're literally doing like the Michael Jackson lean, like
Oh, you
like
have no control. Over
no
it? Yeah.
control because you're like right next to people and like they're like leaning this
Oh my
far
God,
sideways and then they go this far. We're like an amoeba, like you know those little
Yeah.
like tentacles
Yeah.
like waving back and
And
forth.
you guys you're saying are solid dudes, so imagine just someone being like thin or scrawny. It's like you're breaking limbs probably. and that
Literally,
shit.
they had
That's
to like
wild.
pull girls over and like
That's
stuff like
wild.
that. And then like I'm looking at the ground, like if you fall, you're. Never mind. Let me stop.
No,
Let me
no,
stop
that
shaming
happens.
Tyler concerts before he not invite me to
Have you
flog
ever talked to
Gnaw or
someone who's
something.
like a huge metal fan? The concerts that they go to.
No, but I can just imagine lots of blood. And
Yeah.
like,
Have you
They'll
ever
like
gone to
come
Warped
back
Tour?
from a concert with a broken arm. They'll be like, "Oh, that was fucking sick."
Yeah,
I'm like, dude,
I'm like,
no,
yeah.
like
that's-
that, yeah.
not my cup of tea. Not my cup of
Not
tea.
what I'm looking for in the concert
They're
experience.
like, yeah, I just got a full scash across my
yeah,
forehead.
right. I got punched right in the face. I'm like, that's not.
You should have
cool.
seen me. Blood was dripping down my face.
So they have like apparently people are familiar with this, and I've have you guys been to Warped Tour ever?
No.
I've not.
I went to Warped Tour a couple years
Isn't
back.
that not a thing anymore?
Yeah, it's done now. But a couple years back, I went a couple times, and it's a mix of things. I went for hip hop stuff because
Yeah.
there was like Mac Lethal and like a few other people there, and then, but there's a lot of metal like,
Yeah,
Goth kind
that's
of
like
music.
the foundation of it.
and they there would be these things. They'd just be like Wall of Death, and then all of a sudden I'd be like walking through a crowd. The crowd disappears, so I'm like in the open, and there's people lined
Oh, it's
up
just in
on
the middle. They're all just
dead
colliding.
serious,
God.
dead serious.
It's like Noah parting the Red Sea, and you forget, like you being the guy
I
that
know.
dropped his sandal.
Yeah, we're
like in
like-
the middle of crossing, you're like, wait, no, I mean
And then
Moses. Like,
they
wait,
literally,
Moses.
like crash the they run into each other. So
Yo.
I got out of there, but I just was because I didn't know at first. Like I'm walking just through a crowd, like the stage is there,
Yeah.
and I'm like I'm trying to get to the next place, and then all of a sudden it just like whoo, and they're all like, ah! And I'm like,
Wow.
I have to get out
Let
of
me
here.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
No, that's not my kind of vibe. I don't
yeah.
know. When I go to a concert, I'm there to like enjoy the show and just not fucking crash into people. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think like there's probably people out there who do it more like in a friendly way, like they're bumping you. Like some people really
Yeah.
throw arms,
No,
and that's
there's
like
some
not
people
okay.
that are there
Yeah.
to like, you know.
I think the
Cause
people who are
destruction.
going there to cause destruction usually have like-minded fella that are
Yeah.
also going. Like it's
Yeah, yeah.
probably the music that's created to like inspire destruction.
Oh, absolutely,
It's like-
absolutely. Do you guys ever see Woodstock '99? I just saw a documentary on it the other day.
Nah.
When they tried to like recreate Woodstock in
Didn't
1999,
it not go well?
didn't go well at all.
Yeah.
But they had like a lot of artists, like Limp Bizkit, I think was the headliner. But it was like artists that are just like go crazy and break shit. So there was so
Oh,
many
yeah,
bonfires and just people just breaking shit. And it
Oh
was a
my
disaster.
god.
So
That's-
it was basically like what? Oh my god, what do they call it? The ICP festival, whatever they call it,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Juggalo Fest or
the
something.
Gathering of the Juggalos.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Is that like the clown thing is?
Yeah. That's just like burnt
Honestly, like,
chaos. Like
it's weird. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this whole cult following, and like I understand, it's cool. Like I understand like the unity and everything.
I don't
it's
want to
cool.
discriminate.
But the music is so fucking bad. Like,
You're like-
insane clown posse.
You're like juggling, like you're
Yeah.
allowed on the show, but like we hate your
Crazy.
music.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some music that's like niche, like those things, but then there's just some music that I think everyone can agree is good. And this is
Aw,
Tre
thank
Tre
you.
Michaels.
Thank
This
you.
is
So-
Tesla.
So if you're in here, go stream Tesla.
Yeah.
Yes.
Run it up. Fall asleep with it on.
Stream Tesla. Stream Bouncin'. Stream.
Safe.
Hey,
Safe.
throwback.
Stream.
Should we count it?
Count it.
Yeah,
Yes.
count it.
Count
I
it's
like
fine.
Die For It.
You
That
like
was one of my
Die For It?
favorites,
Die,
yeah.
Die For is
Yo,
like a
that hook is
secret.
so fire.
Yo,
That
thank
hook is
you.
so fire.
Back when
Yep.
Eli.
Yo.
Oh, man, dude, I bumped that a lot. That's in my playlist.
I remember last time we had you on, you were about to drop that, and we
Yeah.
were like asking you for hints about it.
Oh,
And you were just like,
yeah, I
you
was
just like
on it
showed
for-
your watch. You were just
Yeah, that was the cover.
Yeah.
And that was like really cool making that cover too. Like we did it through Zoom. It was like another thing that like how we got to where we are in terms of like trying to like bring the real world into the cover. So like it was a pandemic and like you couldn't like really meet up with people to like shoot stuff. So like for that cover, I held my watch to the Zoom camera and he took a picture of the watch on the Zoom camera. And then like so it looked like digitized and like throwback and also like had that aspect of like this is the time we're in. Like it's kind of like a history stamp. Like I made this during the pandemic, you know.
And that's kind of like a testament to the like how some people say like there's no rules in creating music, and
Yeah.
that's sort of the same with art, where you'd think like taking a picture of a screen of you showing it through the camera would be like not it's not like your first thought, and then as you realize that that's part of the art, the whole thing of, like, you're showing the times. I mean, and that's something that someone would probably go through like in post long extents to like create that effect. And you just made it through the real picture.
That's
so.
another thing we realized, like adding those effects to the pictures usually comes off as like cheap.
Yeah.
And like people can like feel it, you know what I mean? Like, yo, this isn't real. Or like they don't know what they're looking at. They don't know why. They're like, seems off.
Yeah.
But so like that's why we ended up starting to like actually write my name on it and like scan it in.
I saw you asked which cover your handwriting was better on.
Yeah.
What do most people say? They said Count It, right?
It was weird. So like it started like Count It took like a steady lead.
I
like
think I
early
voted for
on.
Count It. I was
And
like, it's a
then-
little bit better.
And then they like kind of evened out. I think the Tesla one is like far better. Like when I
really?
look at it, yeah, like cuz the Count It one, I was like I did it like 10 times. I like printed out the picture like 10 times. I have pictures of it all sprawled out on the table with different versions, and I'm like super particular perfectionist. So like I'm like, no, it's not right. So like I like see a little bit of flaws in the Count It writing, but you know, I still love it. It's one of my favorite covers I ever did.
The perfection in imperfection. That's what it is.
Oh my
Facts.
god.
So that's
What the beauty. Look at us.
We're getting deep.
He's
We're
getting
deep.
sappy.
it's real sappy. I'm trying to make you feel pretty now. I missed my chance.
Give us that album name.
Oh man.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
We're
So
doing
who
it.
are some of the producers you work with the most?
Basically like just Eric. I have like other producers right now who have just been sending me beats. Right now I have a lot of beats. I'm trying to like start working on some more music now too. But overall the whole project is pretty much produced by Eric with like exception of like 2 beats, I think. Eric is a guy I met in like high school, and we've been like locking in and growing together for like the whole time. So it's like
What's his Instagram?
Book of Eli, Book of 3 Lie.
Book of
Okay.
3 Lie.
That's
Yeah.
pretty catchy.
Check it out.
Yeah.
He mixed and mastered CD's project too.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
All
so the whole thing.
It's a great
And he
project.
like helped produce on all the songs also.
Okay.
So he's
So
like,
that's the guy.
yeah, and he like works with, I don't know if you know John Waltz.
No, I
don't think so.
Yeah, he worked like John Waltz is dope. He's like, he has like a really good buzz. He's from Memphis.
Okay.
He makes dope music. Like if you do get a chance, check him out for
I
sure.
definitely will.
Yeah, he works and makes all those beats too. But me and Eric kind of have like a telekinetic connection or whatever. Like he knows like my pockets, like what I want a beat to sound like and stuff like that. So like if I'm with him, I could like make like a song in a night. You know what I mean? Like very quickly. But normally my writing process is pretty slow because I don't write things down really.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense. You're just trying to like vibe it through the beat.
Yeah.
How
I feel like
much
that's more
input do you
common
have in the
nowadays.
beat? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, you
That
go.
is probably more.
We've heard
common.
that before, right?
Yeah, and so like how much input do you have in the beat making process? Do you like ask to change certain sounds or?
I'm very hands-on.
Okay.
It also depends. Like sometimes, like he'll like have made something, and like he'll just send it my way, and I'll be like, "This is perfect. I'm gonna do it right now," and I'll go do it. Like I just said with like Tesla, and I think Body Bag was the same way.
Really?
But sometimes like when we're in like the same place, like when I spent a month in Nashville, like we made some of my best songs that have yet to come out. Be excited. But those things happen. Stay tuned. Those things happen. Like me and him, like him playing sounds and me being like, that's right, that's perfect. Let's do that. Or like I'll be able to like be like, no, I want the bass line to go like dum 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 dum, and like he'll be like,
He'll just figure it out.
yeah, like he can understand me even though I'm not speaking like technically. Like,
That's a good
that's
engineer.
a talent
though.
right
That's
there.
what you
That's a
need.
talent.
Yeah. Engineers should be able to take the like things that you're just sort of saying, like dictating the music out of
Yeah.
you.
That's
so.
what separates like a good engineer from a great engineer. is
Yeah.
the ability to just like read minds. I think.
That's so true. But like at the same time, like we can't put it all on the engineer as artists. Like I did do some work like background, like because like my school had a music tech class. So like I learned some of the like technical aspects in terms of like things that I want the music to sound like, and also I listen to music. So I have like like there's so much music in the world. I have a big catalog to like reference. Like I can like give him like, yo, this is like this effect that they use there. What's it called? And then I know.
Yes.
Now I could tell him like, yo, I want to high cut the beat there, or yo, I want to like reverse this sound so it sounds similar to this, and like do that. You know what I mean?
Who are some of your favorite producers ever?
Producers. Interesting. I feel like right now, I really like 40. 40 is like one of my favorite producers ever. And mixers and
There
just
would
sound.
be no
engineering.
Drake without 40.
Yeah, like just like he creates like a room.
Right.
I like London a lot right now. London on the track. CD also like worked with him.
Really?
Yeah, like when we were in Atlanta, like
Oh damn.
she was in the studio with him. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that actually.
Secrets. I'll cut that out. Cut that out.
Yeah, but so London, I like London a lot. I like Murder Beats a lot.
Okay.
Also like there's like a bunch of like producers that don't have the like superstar like image. Like right now I'm talking about the producers that are like mega stars, you know?
Right.
Like they transition from just being a beat maker to being like, I'm gonna like release a song that's featuring artists.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Benny Blanco. He's
Exactly.
getting artist features now.
Exactly.
That's when you know you made it.
Yeah, where you're not like a producer just so I don't know, because that's not everyone's lane. Like
Right.
I don't think Eric would ever want to be like in the spotlight like that.
Some producers enjoy just being in the background.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want all the accolades.
Maybe like just give me my royalty check.
yeah, exactly.
On
just,
time.
If the song
Yeah.
does well, give me my money, and that's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Like, whoa, this split percentage is off. Like,
Ooh, that's the next album name, Stable Money.
stable money. That's not for me.
That's gotta be it.
Oh man, that's 9 to 5.
Oh, really? I thought royalties would be stable money, you know? I guess because then you got it. And then you
That's
can just do
true.
whatever you
I
want.
guess that's like wealth. Like that's like owning property. Like royalties is pretty much that way. It's like residual income.
Yeah, that's true because you're looking for like paychecks otherwise, and that's just like
Yeah.
sort of some change you collect along
Yeah.
the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were talking about this actually on the last podcast because we had, I don't know if you're familiar with GIs, but he has a publishing company,
Yeah.
and I was asking him about that, how the royalties work, because I always felt that it like once you get that first deal or something where you have some checks coming in,
Yeah.
now you have the financial freedom to create more, and like
Yeah.
you don't have to do a 9 to 5 because a lot of people like are sort of stuck with that in the beginning at least. So that's something that I mean, it's funny because you're right. The 9 to 5, quote unquote, stable money would be sort of like inhibiting because you're stuck all day, like in that paycheck, you know. And then once you finally can get some of your work to pay for you, you know.
That's the goal. And like the other thing about the music industry is that it's like I don't want to get too technical for the people that don't really care, but like the like splits and like how do you have royalties and stuff is like super weird. Like there's like a publishing side, there's like a mechanical side, and like in terms of like a performing rights organization, there's like a lot of stuff you need to like file your music under to make sure you're not leaving money on the table and royalties on the table. And like some artists don't know that, and like it's good to like do your research so you know where to put your music so you can make sure you're getting all the money that you can get from it, you know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I actually, that's something that I am not familiar with. Like, I know Spotify, people always talk about DistroKid, like putting your stuff on all platforms, but are those like the best way? Or do you use DistroKid? Or?
Yeah, right now I use Distro. But like in terms of that, I'm not even talking about that. Like there's streaming income, and then there's like
it's different things.
Yeah, it's different thing. It's like your royalties.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be.
I want to be.
It's like if you plan on doing this, you should be. But like.
Yeah.
You gotta teach yourself and learn stuff, which is I'm like a student of the game. Like I'm always trying to learn more to like better myself and make sure me and my team are in like a good space.
Yeah. So I imagine, I guess, so this is like a weird reference to the TV show Dave.
Yeah.
Where Benny Blanco, who I mentioned earlier, is talking to Dave, aka Lil Dicky, who, and he's explaining to him. He says he's like, okay, so it's like in a montage of their day, and he's like, okay, so there's a publisher share and there's an artist share. Do you even know about that? And he's like, and it's interesting, like they put that in the show of someone who is at the level where he has been making money, could make more money, he's on a label. He doesn't know about the artist and publisher share. Like, how does that work, like with your management? So that is, I mean, I imagine that's more of what you were talking about than just like the Spotify money and things.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like super confusing.
Yeah.
So like you have to have a publishing company if you want to collect your publishing share. Or you have to, like, there's performing rights organizations like ASCAP and BMI that you have to like be a part of. And that like is how you get paid for like your song being played in places, you know what I mean? And like they can track that.
That's so interesting. And I talk about this on other podcasts too. I think NFTs are going to make that even more like particular, so you can't just play a song without permission, or once it's played, it's immediately recognized by the algorithm or whatever, and it just gets reported back and the money's owed somehow. You know, that's how I think is going to happen someday, because there's a lot of art being stolen. I mean, we see it all the time on Instagram with memes and sounds and all types of things. So
everything on the internet's fair game.
That's so true. In terms of ASCAP, I don't think they'll change their motto. They're like kind of like in the old form of music that like is like so good. It's like all the venues kind of have like a deal with them where they pay a certain amount of money to be able to play those songs. So then it just makes like a big pool for them to distribute to artists. But like the NFTs, that's such a good point. I've been trying to figure out like where I fit in that like lane.
Yeah.
You know?
Because everyone's trying to create that like piece of art that's unique and will sell for $10 million. But I mean, that's like any art. You know, you don't know if it's worth $10 million until something happens that creates that value. Yeah. So it's interesting. I've seen somebody was posting. I mean, I think that this has to be artificial, because there's some website you can buy NFTs, and they try to show you the markers of like, oh, it's an animal wearing clothes and doing this of this color, so it's rare. Yeah. And I'm just like, that sounds like they're just trying to make you think it's rare so you pay more money, you know? Yeah. So, I don't know. It's a whole market.
It's a new sales pitch that you got to learn. Like,
but there is something to NFTs and having the blockchain like attached to your music and copyright. And I mean, it's basically like mega copyright. Like you really can't fake crypto algorithms like that, you know? So it's pretty... I do think that's going to be revolutionary in the next few years, and it hasn't really been turned on yet. So
Zato's so into that right now.
Yeah.
Like he like preaches it to me. He's like, yo, bro, we got to figure out this NFT thing. Like, I'm like, dude, like, yeah.
That's good that he's into that.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I mean, it's funny because I don't want to be the person to like be like this, but I'm sure our listeners are wondering what an NFT is. I'm just going to throw it out there. Let's say I took a picture of this cup.
Let's educate people.
This cup is 1, 2, 3. There's no other cup labeled 1, 2, 3. I try to share it to you. You have to have this one, 1, 2, 3. Now you own it of that value. Like someone tries to value it. There's like no way I can have another one of these that's 1, 2, 3. So it becomes unique, and that's like the best way I can describe it is like a serial number, but it's like a computer algorithm serial number that's tracked from the very beginning. So it can never be changed. It's like a long ledger of, and it's
one way that like I've like tried to like conceptualize it and like be able to like grasp it is like when people buy skins on Fortnite. So it's like owning a digital asset.
Yeah,
so
it's
like,
the same idea.
Yeah. Pretty much like that, but it's like either one of a kind or like in like you can split it or something like that. So you own that asset. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like, it's pretty much just the idea of having something physical, but with like a specific long number attached to it. That's can't be faked. Yeah, it's really interesting. But I do think that'll be revolutionary. And as far as artists collecting their money, and we hear about it all the time, like people miss out on money a lot.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that unfortunately happens to artists. But that will make it like if there's an NFT assigned to an artist, an NFT assigned to your product, and it gets out there and it will all be tracked back. I mean, I'm sure there will be holes in the whole thing, but I'm excited to see how that works, and we're trying to leverage that. Let's make sure.
Absolutely.
Let's all make money.
Yeah, NFTs for the podcast.
Podcast NFT. Every podcast is an NFT. Buy it, $100.
going now. Maybe I might NFT my next project.
Oh,
Let's
actually,
Who knows?
definitely.
Yeah.
Or NFT a single or something. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see where I fit in that.
Or NFT all of your cover art. You heard it here first.
Yo, that would be dope. I spend so much damn time on it. I gotta like drive to Staples, like drive back from Staples.
That's big though.
Right, like
If you're putting
on,
in
like,
that much
100 of
effort
them.
to your cover art, that means you're like a real artist. I feel like, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people who wouldn't give a shit about something
Yeah.
like that. They're like, I just want to get this song out,
mhm.
but you're actually focused on the presentation, which
Yeah.
is super important.
I feel like it's all part of the like experience, and like I just want to focus on making sure I'm giving the best experience to like my listeners and my fans, and like I give them a piece of me because like no one, like I'm not to say that you have to think it's dope, but like I think it's dope, and like I hope you do too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It is. It is dope.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, I was impressed and surprised that you were so manual in your cover art. Like I always picture cover art to be digital. So it's so like foreign to me to see someone writing something on it, making the copy, and I was like, wow, that's like how people always did things. You know,
Yeah.
like you layered your photos,
Yeah.
and made stuff work, and that I mean, that just is a testament to what we've been saying. It's like an organic approach. You did it with the watch, the cover art. Like everything is sort of calculated in that way. It's you. It's not like make me a cover. Somebody makes a squiggle design. It's something fun. But it's interesting. Like it's exactly your personality, the things you want to portray. You have your hand in everything.
Yeah, like I want a piece of me to be in every artwork, and like I do, like. Putting my face on the cover, so like you get to know me through my covers also.
Right.
I'm like on my cover, and like when you go to my page, like you get to see the person behind the music.
We were talking about this, I think, in the last episode. Just like nowadays with Instagram and social media, like it's so much more important to just be showing your face all the time. You know what I mean? You want people to become familiar with who you are, and what you look like, and like.
So I wanted to be on this live so bad.
It's more than it's more than just putting out.
He was like, "Yo, you don't have me on the live."
Yo, you're on there. You're on both of them, actually.
Now I'm on.
Oh no, you're on. You're only on one.
You're on.
I'm on both. I'm in the middle.
That's so funny.
All right, I'm gonna ask a question that Owen usually asks. I'm stealing his question.
Ooh.
What's your favorite show that you've ever performed at?
Boston's Big Four.
Hashtag the jungle. Hashtag Somerville. Hashtag Tre Michaels.
I would say my favorite like venue is probably like Sonia.
Sonia's fire.
Yeah, Sonia's like my favorite venue.
Word.
I like Sonia. The way
Remember
it's
that show a couple summers ago at that house party in Weymouth? That was fun.
That was so fun.
That was a great time.
The like
honestly.
4th of July one.
Yeah.
was
With
so
Meet Me Outside
fun.
and
Yeah.
CD Rose was there.
CD
that was
like
a blast.
stood on the like railing.
Yeah.
Was like, you came in around two. I was like, yo, CD's about to fall. She was lit. It was crazy. I was like, this is
remember
jumping,
that.
bro.
Right as the sunset was coming.
Yo,
down, it was
exactly.
perfect.
She was like standing up. Me and Cash were like holding to make sure she doesn't fall. We're like, can't damage the asset.
Oh man, yeah.
CD's so talented.
That was fire though. That was actually a great time. I remember when Meet Me Outside was like putting out the invite for that. I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm definitely going. Why not? It's right down the street.
And the view there,
Oh, it was amazing.
so
we had
good.
the fireworks that night too. It was perfect.
I know.
Wait,
Oh
is
my
this
God.
Wassagusset?
This is It's
'Cause-
North Weymouth.
Yeah, that's near the water, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We went there for like this 4th of July too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's my boy Devin.
Okay.
he lived there, and he was like, yo, bro, I'm just throwing a rager, bro.
That's
like,
a great spot.
come through and perform, and like Zato like came, set up the sound and
fire.
stuff.
I wish I had a spot where we could just throw shows.
Oh,
That'd be sick.
Yo,
Yeah.
one time I got like hit up and like booked for like a house party show. Like, someone just like DM'd me like, yo, I'm throwing a party, bro. I'm gonna pay you to like come.
And you followed through. It all went through.
Yeah.
No
it was
way.
Dope. Yeah.
Where was it?
I don't even remember where it was, man. It was definitely like, cause like it was in one of those like obscure towns. Like, you know how like
really?
you look at the Massachusetts
Like
map and you're like,
Ashburnham, Massachusetts.
what the hell
Hingham?
is Bellingham? Like,
Bellingham,
like,
dude, that's-
what is that?
Was it in
What is
Bellingham?
Bellingham? Honestly?
Dude, Bellingham is near
That's
where
not
my
a real
office
place.
is.
Oh, that's near Hopkinton?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
mad far. It's
So
not
deep.
close.
It's out there.
Yo, deep. So like it was one of those obscure towns, but it was like
Yeah.
really cool dude. Met some like dope people, and so like, I always love doing stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
you know, like so if you having a house party, hit me up or hit up Lino or Cash, and we could talk numbers.
Yeah, hit up management and talk numbers. Don't be like that. Don't just be like, do me a favor, okay? That's not what it's about.
It's like it's for the exposure. Like oh,
my
man,
God.
like,
Yeah, I saw some meme the other day. It was like it was like me trying to pay my bills with exposure. It's like someone holding their hand out and like they give them nothing. It's like, oh, okay.
yeah. It's like, yo, no, I didn't just spend 40 hours on this song and like expect to get exposure in return.
Oh, man. That reminds me of the TikTok song where it's like, it costs that much because it takes me fucking hours. Have you heard that one?
Yeah. I totally
There you
have
go.
heard that. It takes so long.
Yeah.
Like some people actually can get in the studio and like record a song in like 10 minutes. I don't
Yeah.
get
That's
it.
wild. Yeah.
I don't
I'm
get
jealous
it.
of people who do that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But even then, like you gotta re-record it. Like you gotta, you know.
That becomes the
I
engineer's
think so,
job.
but
Yeah.
like, yeah. I feel like certain artists like are like engineer artists, like where like they don't sound good unless they're recording with a good engineer. Because the engineer is like, you said that line at the end of the verse, we're gonna put it here,
There are certain songs where you can tell you're like, this song would be nothing without the engineer
or the beat. Yeah,
Or the beat,
it's
yeah.
like, wow, this is hard, but like,
he had a lot of help with this.
he definitely was carried.
Right.
Like, yo, your engineer is Brady.
Yep. You're just like Wes Welker or something. I don't know.
You're like Wes Welker. Yo, he's so
like
short.
You're pretty good, but without Brady, you're not shit.
Yeah, I loved him. He was great.
Oh, he was great.
Great for
Just,
us.
He got rocked a bunch of times and has like mashed potatoes for a brain now.
Really?
Oh,
Oh, that's
man.
sad.
No, it is kind of sad.
Yo,
Is that
freaking
public
NFL is like,
No, I mean like he just used to get the shit beat out of him. He had to wear a helmet that had like extra padding.
Ugh.
That's if you're a slot receiver in the
That's
NFL,
so
you're gonna
wild.
get fucked up. Like that's just part of the game.
yo, we got 7 people in here right now. What's
Oh,
up,
word.
everybody?
Can't
What's
believe-
up?
Thanks,
What's
guys.
What
up?
you doing? Like, yo, if
There's
y'all
been
haven't-
people coming in and out the whole
Yeah,
time.
I
Shout out
know.
to everybody.
Shout out to everyone that's joined the live and rocking with us. Boston Big Four and Tre Michael. Let's
Yes.
go. Yo,
Yes.
if y'all have any questions, like throw it in the live
Yes.
and like
Comment questions.
comment questions and we can answer them here right
Hit us
now.
up, live
Sound off in the
questions.
comments. Yo, we can actually say that now.
I always pretend like we have live comments coming in. Yeah.
We're always like, yo, early in the podcast, we used to pretend we would say sound off in the comments. Then we pretend there was a screen in front of us with a bunch of comments.
And
we
we'd
would
be
just
like,
make
"Oh,
them up.
hey,
We'd just
this
be like,
person
oh, this
said
person asked this.
Oh my god. Yo, that's so real. That's
Fake it
like
till you make it.
that's like part of the story of like the come up, bro.
Right, exactly.
Oh yeah, we're fakers.
But now we can
big
actually
time.
say sound off in the
Who
comments.
isn't? Who isn't?
Now we can actually say sound off
Yes,
in the comments.
sir, ski.
Yes, sir, ski. Shout
That's
out
not
to
a
up?
question.
Bad Weather Wesley.
That's
Later,
not a
Casso.
question.
We got
Peace out,
special guests.
Casso. Yeah. But yo, that's so real though. That you like even said that on the podcast. It's all about being real, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, we're honest.
We're past that now, so we can talk about it.
We're brutally honest,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I fessed up like when we were doing it. I don't
Yeah.
think I was.
Yeah,
like,
no, we weren't really trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your favorite performance? You
Oh, we
said
got-
Sonya before, right?
Favorite performance.
Oh yeah, so we got a question in there. So like I said it early on, but like you may not have been here. My favorite performance, Boston Big Four, but my
Yeah.
favorite industry is
Oh, we got another one.
Oh, we got another one. What's my favorite song from my project and why? Oh wow.
From the project.
Oh man. It's Tesla. Go stream it. Probably there's a song called Alabama State. And I don't know how to like get too into it without like freaking like giving stuff away. But like
Give us
I'm
as much
giving
as
like
you
so
can.
many names of the songs. Like
Oh man.
Rhinestones. Oh man.
Rhinestones?
Rhinestones goes crazy.
Okay.
So like be on the lookout for Rhinestones. Y'all are gonna love that one.
All right.
Everyone I
Do
play
you
it
have
for.
a rhinestone outfit for this video? I imagine there's going to be a rhinestone video.
Yo, we actually have rhinestone wig doll shirts.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they?
Wow.
Hold on. So actually, is there a Wegdaw merch site? Can we go to?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Wig Doll sells clothes. Wig Doll started as a clothing brand.
I was gonna
Really?
say. I thought so.
Yeah, so like that's real true. And we got like a bunch of clothes. Cash is working on some new hats right now. He has hats. They were fire with the like design. They had like a flower on it. And he shot the whole like promo in like a arboretum. Like so it was like
Okay.
yeah, it was all cohesive. But yeah, so and then I got merch coming out for the project and I designed it myself. And I'm really excited to get that out for the people.
Yes.
Really excited to get that out for y'all. But yeah, keep the comments coming. Those are some good questions.
Let's go.
Those are some good
I love
questions.
that people are actually in here.
Yo, I
interacting.
know.
love
Like
it.
it's like a revolving door, like in and out.
That's how I am with lives, though. I'll stop in for a couple minutes. And,
Yo, the worst is when you like when someone goes live and you're
And
like
you're
at
the
the
only one
top
in
of the
there?
phone and like you accidentally click on it and you're
you're
like,
the only
"Ah!"
one in there. It's just you and him looking at each other.
Yeah, and you're like, I didn't
Been
even,
there.
I
Yeah.
didn't like. Now I feel bad like leaving because then I'm gonna leave you with no one. But like I
Yeah.
didn't mean to click on it.
No, what's the worst is when they put at the top. They put in the title. It says so and so mentioned you. In their story.
Ah,
such a
yo.
scam.
Yeah, someone
that was-
so and so like they mentioned you in their live. If you're still doing that, like we're on to you, all right? We understand.
I
can-
know it's not
you
a
can-
trick
you
anymore.
can stop now. Everybody knows what you're doing.
Yeah, I look at those and be like, you really didn't.
Like you
do
got
that.
me the first couple times like 2 years ago, but
Yo,
it's done
when
now.
they did that to me the first time, I'm like, where'd they mention me?
Right,
I felt like a
Is there
grandpa
a
looking
thing
at
to
my
do that?
phone.
Can
like,
you even mention someone in a
no,
story?
no,
I
they
think
just
you
put that
can.
in the title.
Yeah,
I think you actually can.
Maybe you
Oh,
can.
is there?
But like,
But if it pops up, you know, as like the so and so mentioned you, if it says that like at the top like that, you can tell when it's just the title of the live.
oh, we got
And it's like,
two more
Oh, who do
questions.
we have?
What was your process for the body bag cover? So I had a friend, me and my friend Haley, like we went out. Ah man, you guys haven't even seen the cover yet, so it's like
Show us
it's
the
like
cover,
spoiler
sneak
alert.
peeks.
I have like 3 right now that I'm deciding between. I can't even use my phone, so I can't show you. But like, it was just like, it was like Halloween inspired, like kind of spooky. Like, I have a shovel in it, and like, it's dark. And then I printed it out and I wrote on it and signed it with my name. I might start selling those. Like,
Yeah,
like
I think you should.
some like flyers or the names, you know, it'd be dope. Just to give my fans like a piece of me, like for $1 or something, you know. But yeah, that cover came out really fire. And then we're also like about to shoot like some more promo videos for it, like in the next couple of days.
Word.
Nice.
Any features you want this year from artists from Boston?
Great question.
So like Clark is fire. Clark D.
Clark D.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Clark D is fire.
Big fan. Big fan.
I sent him a record a couple weeks ago, or so.
Word.
And this record, I think, could be really dope. Like, yeah, I'm really excited about that record.
Word.
Also, there's this guy named Mosa that's from like Boston, or
I've
like
heard
from
of
like the
Mosa.
outside the Boston
I've
area.
definitely heard of Mosa.
Like, I found him like early on, and he's like fire, bro. He's like one of my favorite artists from Boston.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else? Obviously, I always love working with V.
Of course.
I'm looking for some like really strong like R&B male artists to like do like a couple hooks for me that I
Knuckle
want to
Pete?
like. Yeah, that might be it. That might be a
That might be
fit.
the one.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the first name that came to mind when you said male
Feels
R&B
fast, yeah.
artist. Yeah.
true. But yeah, so like that's those are the artists that come to mind right now. I'm sure there's more because like there's mad talented people in Boston. So like
So
if you're an
much.
artist in this live or watching this podcast, keep at it and keep doing that and inspiring each other because y'all are
Yes.
doing great work.
Everyone needs inspiration, and I think that's something that people didn't always do around here. You know, you weren't always no one was inspiring each other, I don't think, in the past, if it wasn't from competition.
Yeah.
You know? So that's, I mean, competition's good too, so don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's like there is like a camaraderie of you're all artists. Everyone's artists, and we should be helping each other in like just the community that we do this podcast. We want to have you guys, we want to see more performances. We want to see you guys perform together. Like, we want to see everyone on the same shows, especially if it vibes. Not every genre works together, you know, so that's just one of those things. But, I like that a lot.
All right, so we got, what was the hardest part about making your album? I think the hardest part about making an album is, like, coming to a completion point, you know? Like, figuring out, like, yo, this is done. Especially, like, for someone like me who grew up a, like, perfectionist.
Yeah. Is anything ever done?
Yeah, it never is.
Seriously.
It's honestly just like, yo, I'm happy with this. I'm proud of this. Like, this is what I want to share with the world. And, like, you have to cut yourself off or it'll never
finish.
Yeah. And bringing Cash into, like, the mix with that process has made that a lot easier. Like, having a manager is so important. Like, trying to manage yourself can get, like, really taxing. Like, because you don't really.
It takes time and energy away from actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, your craft. Your music,
like, and like,
you know?
you need an outside opinion to tell you, like, yo, bro, this is it. Like, you stop working on this. You might mess it up.
Right.
You keep working on something
perfect
too long.
the way it is.
Yeah,
just leave it.
exactly. So that probably was the hardest part. And then also just like, because we kept going around to different places, like, getting inspired to make new music too, and that, like, coming in, and like, my project started as like 2 different projects and then, like, split apart. Like, we were gonna make something that, like, showed like a wide range of, like, what I can do. And then we're just like, yo, this is 2 different projects. Like, so I have this project and I basically have, like, my follow-up project already.
Oh, dude. Okay, you answered my next question. I was gonna ask, because you're such a perfectionist.
Yeah.
How much is in the vault in addition to this album that we're waiting on? So, another album. And do you have some sprinkles, like, along the side?
Oh,
A few more, I imagine.
I, like, ran out of space on SoundCloud because I
Really?
like, I haven't.
Oh, is SoundCloud charging for space
I
like
was gonna
that?
say you can run out of space on SoundCloud.
Yeah, you
That's
have to be,
crazy.
like, part of, like, SoundCloud Pro.
Oh,
So I have a
man.
lot of, like, private links on SoundCloud right now that just, like, are just, like, records. And then, like, on my, like, desktop computer, there's, like, so many Logic files of just, like, songs that I never, like, have, like, even songs I don't even ever plan to release. So, like, they're all dope, but, like, I don't know.
I still say release the songs, Patreon exclusive. Have people pay that Skrelly bucks.
Skrelly bucks.
Yo.
I'm keeping Skrelly
$1
bucks
million.
alive. Yeah.
Yo, please join the Patreon. You get some exclusive music. I might, like, have, like, you know, like, a close friends on, like, Instagram where I just, like, play, like, snippets and be like, yo, I could send you the song and you'll be the only owner of the song if you pay this much or something. I don't know.
That's
That's
my
a good
favorite
idea.
thing ever. There's so
good
many
idea.
people whose music that I'm like, there's a song you play, I've heard it places, and I want it. I want to hear it more, but it's not out there, and I have to watch you live, and it's annoying.
Yeah,
Do that
that's
every
so
time.
true. Like, that's another thing that I've been trying to move away from with my live performances. Like I perform a lot of unreleased music sometimes, and, like,
Well, it's good marketing, you know, because if I like it and I want to hear it, I'm trying to find that song. And I
yeah,
can't.
I know, but at the same time, it's like if you don't have that song out for someone to go to, like, a lot of times in this environment that we live in, it's so fast paced and like
Go
there's so
somewhere
much
else, yeah.
music. They're just like, yo, I want to hear this song. It's not here. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, whoop.
Plus, playing songs that people know at a show is like, it's got to be a whole different level of
So different.
you know,
And, like,
excitement. Just hearing everybody rap the lyrics. And
It's like so weird because, like, I have, like, favorite songs and, like, so, like, I love Safe, but, like, for some reason, like, even, like, when some people that, like, don't know me at a show, they always come up to me and, like, quote Safe, and I'm like, yeah, Safe.
It's pretty catchy, though.
It's a great song. It's a great song.
So, like, yeah, like, also I was working on that with the project too, like, making sure some of my songs are, like, good for performances. Oh
Yeah.
man, I can't wait.
What's your
for
favorite
this.
song to perform of all the ones you've released so far?
I really like performing Body Bag. Oh, I haven't released it.
Wait, have you performed it though?
Yeah, I have.
So yeah, I mean that's
that
fair.
counts.
That's fair. If it's a
That
song you
counts.
like to perform,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
gonna pigeonhole you like this.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like that's a good question. I like performing Count It.
I was gonna say Count It.
Yeah,
I
I like
feel like-
performing Count It a lot.
Yeah. That
Do you
was the
write
one that I
songs for
remember getting like.
performance?
I started to like
Okay.
like so I like to try and figure out ways that I don't know. I just kind of I don't think about it that much. You know, I
That's
just
probably
do what
better. The more
feels
you
right.
overthink.
But
yeah.
at a
Yeah.
certain point, like when you're working on a song, you're gonna be like, all right, how is this gonna be received when I'm on stage? Like,
Yeah, so that there's a thing when I like am making a song and I'm like, oh,
is
this
the
one is gonna like perform
It's
well.
gonna tear the roof off.
But like
yeah.
I don't think like I go into it like this song has to be like or like I have done that and like whenever I do that it doesn't like work.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like it's all about like organically coming to like a completed project. So like when I go into a song thinking like, what am I gonna make right now? La di da di da, then it'd be like fire. And then when I go into a song being like, this has to be a hit, it'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about intention. Like sometimes if you're trying to do something, it just doesn't work out that
Doesn't
way.
work.
That's
Yeah.
true. You gotta let it come naturally.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Absolutely.
Just vibe with it, rock with it.
Yep. Boston Culture just commented Boston's Big Five.
Boston's Big Five.
Oh,
Do you know why he commented that?
why?
I don't
Because
know.
the New England Revolution are on a winning streak right now. So
Oh,
right
really?
now we're Big Five.
Shouts out Boston Culture.
Yo, shout
Shout
out
out
Boston
Boston
culture.
That's funny.
It's a vibe. That's a dope comment. The eyes too.
That is. No, because he posted something about the revolution the other day, and I commented
really?
Boston's Big Five. He's like, you have to change the name now. Oh, shit.
Well, people said that to us when we were doing the Gillette tailgate back then. They were
They're like, what about the revolution?
yeah, we're like, okay, fine, five.
If
yeah.
they're like on a winning streak and they're in the playoffs, then we'll change our name temporarily.
Yeah.
Like IHOP did when they changed their name to
IBOP
IHOP.
or IHOB.
IHOB.
Yeah, they flipped the
They
beat.
changed it for a little bit, but then they changed it back.
I
they
don't
really?
understand
Yeah.
that.
So
I've
that's
seen
what
it.
we'll do with the revolution.
Like when we were in California, we saw it.
Oh,
and
you
I
did
was
see
like,
one.
I
Interesting.
was like, what? IHOB.
Yeah.
Has it always been like that?
Yeah, you're like, I
was
must have to
weird.
go to bed.
They
Yeah.
just wanted to, yeah,
Like-
right? They just wanted people to know that they are selling burgers.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, nobody knows that we have burgers. They think
Yeah.
it's just
I
pancakes.
have a friend who like literally goes there for burgers.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they good?
They're pretty good.
All right.
I mean,
feel
the
like-
last time I went, I will say I was very disappointed.
Really?
But like, I've had like great burgers from there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like those like diner style things are hit or miss.
Definitely
Yeah.
hit or miss.
I mean,
Depends on who's in the kitchen. There.
when it hits though,
If Rico's in the kitchen, you know that's about to be slapping.
Yes. Oh,
Don't
man.
let Sean get in that kitchen. Sean
I
don't
don't
put
want
no.
anyone named Sean making my food.
Yo, Sean don't put no love in that burger. Miranda though, oh man. Yo.
nothing
That's
makes
really
me
what it
more
is.
frustrated than when I get any meat back well done. You know, like if I get a burger and it's
Yeah.
gray, I'm like, can you
Especially
just
if
throw
you
this
asked
away
for
from me?
it like medium rare
Yeah.
or something. They
Yeah,
just
that's
don't.
so funny because like culturally, like I feel like minorities like don't like
Very rare
overcooked meat. I know they
Right.
don't like undercooked meat. They like their
Undercooked?
meat like well done. Like a lot of my friends growing up
Really?
were like, "Yo,
Yeah, I like it pretty
Need it.
pink in the middle, honestly.
yeah,
I think it's
honestly,
still kicking. Yeah.
my white friends taught me that."
I did not know this was a white person thing.
It's
but now I
totally a
know.
white person
That's
thing.
fine.
I mean, let
That
me
makes
not
sense.
say that.
No,
but, like,
no, that makes sense.
I had sushi for lunch today.
in my, if it's living, it's eatable. I'm just kidding. But like, definitely in my lived experience, like my friends who were like black or Hispanic were like, "Ooh, it's pink, it's bleeding," so like I don't want to eat it.
See, it's not bleeding. Like people
It's
say.
myoglobin, a component of blood, not
So-
blood.
But like when I would go to like my white friend's house and their like family would like give me like steak. The first time I looked at it, I was like,
It's not done.
Oh yeah.
I was like, you know, when you like fork something around.
Did you like it? Did you actually?
Yeah,
do
no,
it?
no, I love it. Now I always order like my burgers and like my steak like medium or medium.
I was honestly growing
I
up.
just said medium or medium.
Medium rare.
When I was growing up, I'm pretty sure we always overcooked our meat because, like, I remember chicken being dry and like steak could be like chewy and stuff. And now, like, when I go
Mom,
somewhere,
chicken's dry as shit.
yeah, that was Knox. Shout out Knox.
That sounded so
Yeah, yeah.
angsty.
That's what the scene was. There was
What the fuck, Mom?
That's exactly what.
I hate you.
But it
You
was,
never understand me.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember like first having like a great medium rare steak. And I was like, this tastes so good.
Yeah.
It's like
The
melts
flavor and the
Yeah.
juiciness
You're like, what's
is just
different?
different. Yeah, you're like, this is just different. This is
Oh yeah.
this is what meat is supposed to be.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. Yeah, I love how like we can just like talk, like be like, yeah, body bag's coming out. Meat.
Yo, that's how we do things on this
That's what this
podcast.
podcast is about.
We're
That's
trying to
so
cover all
funny.
topics. We got to keep it interesting.
We actually have to change the name to Boston's Big Tangent.
Yo,
Yeah,
Boston's.
No, we go off the rails sometimes.
Yo, the Bermuda Triangle of Boston.
Like Owen said before, sometimes we're like, after the podcast, we're like, remember that like a whole conversation we had about like
I just like punched the
politics?
mic.
We're
I'm
like,
so
let's just
sorry.
cut that part out.
Yeah,
Like, we
yeah.
didn't need to do that.
There have been a few times where we're like, that was pretty raw. We're gonna take that out.
Like, did we? I'm just kidding. I'm
Like,
not gonna say that.
We really went off
Oh,
track.
you guys are like, did we just say we supported Trump? Like, let's cut that.
No, we never said that, first of all.
Meeting-
Full disclosure.
No,
Full
definitely
disclosure.
For all the
not.
people on the line. Yo, can I join? Someone asked if they can join.
You're here.
I'm
Probably.
Nope 999.
Medium rare steak hits, Boston Culture said.
Yo, medium rare steaks is the vibe. You know the vibe.
Have you been to Salt Bay's restaurant? Has anyone been to Salt Bay's restaurant? Sound off in
Oh
the
yeah,
comments.
it's in Boston now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to go so bad, but I want to pay $500.
I have a
so-
bad
I haven't-
feeling it's going to be disappointing.
Ah.
think?
Yeah.
He's Salt Bay.
Yo,
Have you
the,
ever been to
the way
yeah.
you said
He's
that.
Salt Bae.
Like,
Who
how
is
can it
Salt
be
Bae?
bad?
He's just really good at cutting meat and sprinkling salt on it. Like, how do we know that?
He does it like
It
with
does
the,
make me
he's
wonder.
like, yo,
Yeah.
if the elbow ain't at the right angle, it ain't hidden.
I do
He
love
just went
how
viral off an Instagram video and just took that like a
It-
mile.
it
Yo,
went from
but
that
if
to
Salt Bay's
somehow
not
him-
coming to my table, I don't want it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true. Yeah.
Like-
Give me some regular waiter.
Yeah, like
Come on.
I'm like, who are you?
I think he charges more if he comes to
No,
the
he
table.
definitely does. I
He
think
definitely
I
does.
looked it up.
It's more to get him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he'll probably take an
I'm sure.
Instagram
Oh,
picture
man.
with you. You'll get like
Yo, your
500
disappointment.
likes. Like,
Your disappointment was so
I was just
real.
like, I feel like that's the roulette of like,
Yeah,
what if I
right.
get Salt Bay? You know, he could
Yeah.
be here today.
Like, oh, that would be a good sales pitch too. Like,
I'm just saying, I've been to Guy Fieri's restaurant. Would you guys expect Guy Fieri to have a good restaurant?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like he
Yeah?
has a good sandwich.
No,
yeah.
the food wasn't that good. Like, it was disappointing. So that's why I don't have high hopes
Is
for
it
Salt Bae.
Michelin
I feel
star quality? I feel
like I got a burger and they didn't even ask me how I want it cooked.
what?
Yeah.
I mean,
They
maybe
just-
that was like a pretentious like chef thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Maybe.
yo,
Okay.
you're gonna get it the way I cook it.
But it
I
was,
have a
I would have
funny-
asked for it more rare than they gave it to me. So
I do have a funny anecdote about. So my grandfather was in the restaurant industry, and
Yeah.
he catered a wedding one time, and for some reason somebody made a mistake, and there was no salt and pepper shakers for this like wedding.
Yeah.
And he made an announcement before the dinner that it was a new chef and he was from some other country and he was very particular about the seasoning and that there's no need for salt and pepper.
Oh,
and
man.
everybody bought it. And this is how they served the wedding. And I was just like, I can't-
What?
So don't believe everything they say out
Oh
there. I
my
don't-
god, that's marketing at its
This was
finest.
probably like
Yes.
40 years ago, though, so I'm sure that wedding's long divorced and everything.
If you don't have a good chef at your wedding, you're doomed.
yeah. If you didn't really think over the whole chef situation, it's
You're
like
doomed.
You're focused on the wrong things.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, honestly, that cracked me up. I was just like, what?
that's
There's-
so crazy.
Yeah.
I
Similar-
can't believe like that is the funniest story I've heard in a long time.
Like, faking the
I
salt.
can't believe that. Like
That's wild.
it's from the East Himalayan mountains.
Yeah, like, don't you dare insult this chef.
Yeah, like he's refined his craft.
You're just like, do you have any ketchup?
They're like, yo, your palate is so childish.
Yeah.
You're like the guy who like only eats chicken fingers and mozzarella
Yeah.
sticks.
Oh my god.
my-
I know a couple of those.
Yeah, me
Eh,
too.
Yeah.
Can't
that
blame
was
them.
me
They're
when
like,
I was like 8.
Kraft mac and cheese is the only way to go. Like,
That's what kids do though.
No, I know.
Yeah.
You make
but
any-
eventually you grow out of it. Well, you don't even grow out of it. Eventually you're just like, if I keep eating this shit, I'm going to be so unhealthy. So I need
Yeah.
to fucking fix something.
you know, when I think about it though, never mind.
No, tell us now.
No. I actually forgot. It like the plane has sailed.
Yeah, no,
The
that's
ship
fair.
is sailed.
Ship
The plane
The
has
plane has
sailed.
taken
Oh
off.
man,
Oh,
Trey.
this actually so
What's in this beer? What's the percentage?
6.
I
For
do.
those
I
of
do
you
want to
at
hit
home.
us
Nah,
back on.
he put some vodka in mine, bro. Don't let him lie to you.
I saw him do
He
it.
spiked.
yeah.
He spiked my drink.
I put a little McGillicuddy's nip in there.
He's like, "You want one?"
So we are talking food, and this is actually a big question that I ask a lot. Is there like a certain meal or like a ritual you have pre-show, like to just like have the most energy?
Casamigos.
You're not the first person to say something like that either. That is very funny.
Yeah. Casamigos or Duce, like whatever. When I get in my bag and I can like start writing my writers, I'm gonna be like, yo, chilled Casamigos to
Yeah.
32 degrees Celsius and
We've
not a little
I like
bit off.
Casamigos a lot. It's very good.
Yeah,
Very
it's smooth.
It's good stuff.
It's like, I mean, even everyone would always go for Patron, but I think it's now Casamigos. Like,
Yeah, I love
think it's
Casamigos.
smoother.
But like I love Patron too.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Patron's nice.
love tequila. Like we went to Mexico and like I realized like how tequila is just like the superior alcohol.
Yeah.
Like they taught me that like
Depends what you ask.
nah, you just haven't had it right.
I agree. I love tequila. I think it's great.
Like-
I don't think it's terrible.
So
Not
when
my
you
go-to.
when you get exposed to tequila in college,
Everyone
it's,
just drinks too much, and it's always brown
one,
tequila.
everyone drinks too much, and two, people buy crappy like cheap tequila. So like
Jose
I
is
was
cheap
gonna say-
tequila.
I was gonna say Jose Cuervo. Where does that rank?
That is cheap tequila.
okay, because
Yeah.
that's the first
Yeah.
time I had tequila, and it was in college,
Yeah.
and I was like, "This is fucking garbage." I was like, "I hate this."
yeah, so like that's the thing. It's like that's like the same thing if you got like Burnett's or like Captain, like
Rubinoff.
or like
It's like a ton of
Rubinoff.
sugar in
Yeah,
it,
it's just
yeah.
like
Remember Rubinoff?
so
Holy shit.
bad. So like you end up having like the biggest hangover ever. But
Yeah.
like when you drink like good tequila, apparently it's the only alcohol that's not a depressant. It's like
yeah.
an upper.
It's
Yeah.
not.
I did
I
not
mean,
know that.
it is still, I think, technically like a downer or whatever.
Yeah.
But like it has like an accelerant property where you're more like energetic when you're on
Yeah.
it.
Interesting. I
So
did
it's
not know
like yeah. So whenever I drink tequila, I'm happy and I have energy.
that. Okay.
And when I wake up in the morning, I don't have a hangover. That's if I'm not drinking like margaritas and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So drink tequila all the time
Well,
is what you're saying.
People get it's so funny because like I'm glad you say this. There's so many people like a lot of the times if I'm out, I am, and everyone always judges me for this. I am a rum and coke guy. That's like
Yeah.
my main
I'm a Jack
drink.
and Coke guy.
Oh
That's
man,
what I
And
that's
go
such
so-
a hangover.
yeah.
Well, I don't know what it is. Like if I have other alcohols, like I've found like vodka would make me feel sick in the morning, even
Yeah.
if I didn't have too much. Like it's a weird thing, but
Yeah.
like tequila, I'll have like a couple shots of tequila in addition to like some rum and cokes and stuff, and everything's great. Like
Wow,
you know?
you're amazing. If I mix any two different colors,
Oh really?
like
Oh,
my
yeah.
stomach is racist as hell when it comes
Well,
out.
I do keep them. I'm
My-
a white
we
rum
cannot
guy.
coexist in my
yeah,
stomach.
my stomach be like, huh.
Yeah. I did learn that spiced, like any colored alcohol, like if it's like a whiskey or dark rum or something like that's gonna give you a worse hangover, like from the spices and stuff.
When I was in college, I used to be like, let me take a little bit of pink Moscato. Let me take a little bit of vodka. Let me take a bit of tequila. Let me take a bit of like dark rum and Hennessy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then like I'd be good. And then I try to do that after. Oh man, one time I did that on like New Year's Eve, and I had a show the next day, and like I was freaking like out all day. Like I was like, oh, I couldn't eat anything. I was
Oh,
like so
man.
I
sick.
hate that, dude.
Then
Oh
I
my
had to
God.
like get ready and like
yeah,
buckle
having
down
a show the same day. That must
by
be
like
brutal.
6.
Sound
It was
off in the
so
comments
crazy.
if you've had one of those days where no matter what it is you put in your body, water, food, vitamins, you're putting it back out. Sound off in the comments.
Putting it back out. Yo, let's see how many. Oh, Terramana. Terramana is a good tequila. Yes, it is.
All
That's
right.
just fire. That's the Rock's
Terramana.
tequila.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Does the Rock really eat cookies and drink tequila all the time?
No
I
way.
really don't think so.
If
Like,
you
there's
look at
a-
his
seen that
Instagram,
guy?
you'd believe it.
Yo, it's
That's
wild. I remember, so like we like had Casamigos before it got popular. Like we went to LA like a couple years back, like when we were shooting the Safe video, and we were in this place in like the hills. Yo, it was so crazy. We were actually like in a house down from like Big Sean's house when we recorded.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
How'd you
I'm
find?
like-
Did you just hear that, or did you see him at all?
So like the guy who we shot the video on one of my friends' houses, and he's like, yeah, bro, like DJ Khaled and Big Sean live like right over there. And we're like, oh yeah, DJ Khaled, Big Sean, like, oh my God, like whatever. And like then I was listening to like one of like DJ Khaled's song, and Sean was like, I might just go over to Khaled's house or something like that. Like, and I'm like,
everybody goes over to Khaled's house.
Like
if you're a famous rapper, you get
that's
invited
true,
to
but
Khaled's
the way
house.
he said it was like I
Like he's my
live
neighbor,
next
yeah.
to him. Yeah, like
Yeah,
Khaled's
yeah,
my
yeah.
neighbor, and I was like, oh, so that guy, our friend wasn't lying. And
That's
he's like, yeah,
wild.
Charlie Sheen lives over there. Like, so you can't like fly like drones in that area either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's like a
Oh, they have like restricted airspace.
yeah, like a gated community, and
Okay.
like
Oh,
you
that's
can't.
interesting.
I'm sure like it's LA. Like there's probably like some weird shit happening in people's backyards.
Oh
like,
yeah,
can't
oh
get
my
out.
God.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
actually
definitely.
really interesting. I didn't even think about that, like the legality of like, hey, I'm having a wild party. There cannot be drones
Yeah.
looking at my house, and
Yeah.
that's illegal.
I mean, where
thing.
are drones allowed? Like, could someone fly a drone over this house
Anywhere-
right now? Like,
So yeah, you could,
Yeah.
as long as you have. There's like a class. So this is actually an interesting anecdote. My girlfriend works for a community TV station. They have drones. They have had to get the like people at that company have had to get the license, which is basically like an FAA license. Like you
Yeah.
basically have to not like become a pilot, but like read this big book that basically is like teaching you about like all the like regulations that they have in the sky. And you definitely can't fly a drone in Boston. That's like one of
Yeah.
those things because they have the airport and stuff. But there's like
that makes sense.
you'd have to like request airspace if it was like in a certain area. So
Mm-hmm.
I think most places you can, I think, fly a drone as long as it's public. But I mean, I'm being a nerd
As
right
long
now.
As long as it's public, but you couldn't just like go to a neighborhood and fly over people's houses. Obviously, I don't.
In the beginning,
And
I'm
if you
seeing a
don't get
head
caught.
nod over here.
can?
There was a whole South Park episode about this where a guy was like, and I think they were pretty accurate with like, Randy gets a drone, he's flying it around the town, and like he
Oh.
ends up like accidentally filming someone's wife like changing or something, and they think that he's being a creep. And he's just like, oh, I don't know, I was just flying my drone. And they're like,
Flying my
"I don't know, that's
drone."
okay."
Like, oh God, titties.
Yeah, and it's definitely at the beginning. I think it was like a gray area, but they're
Okay.
probably more specific about it now.
Yeah.
They gotta
I mean,
be.
you definitely can't like
After
be
enough
filming
people were
in
like,
someone's
hey,
home,
Yeah,
but I'm sure you could film like public parks and like places where you are and stuff.
definitely.
I mean,
I've seen.
people-
I've gone to like public parks and you just see drones flying.
Yeah,
around.
I
like,
remember we were
weddings.
like flying a drone for like the safe video over like this like canyon and stuff. It was actually that's also another funny thing about like LA. I feel like people just shoot videos in like the same spots or like
I've
you could
noticed
like
that happening around here a little bit too. I've noticed a lot
Yeah.
of videos.
That
in the
makes
same
sense,
spot.
too.
People
but
been
I'm-
like
I mean,
stop
like,
filming
with,
at the
like-
old factory behind the Lowe's in Weymouth.
Dude,
and
Bear
Great
Cove
Esther.
down the street. I've seen like 3 videos there in the last 3 weeks. I
Really?
Swear to God, yeah.
like we're like famous people. Oh, and like the Quincy Quarries. I feel
Quincy
like
Qu-
everyone.
Dude, that's everybody has shot a music video at the Quincy.
Yeah, if you
Quarries.
don't have a picture or a video in the Quincy Quarries, are you an
You're not from
artist?
Massachusetts.
Yeah, like you're not. But there was a section in like in the safe video. I always keep saying Tesla because that's next. But like in the safe video that we shot at, that Jaden Smith shot his video in the exact same spot, and I was like, damn, did that guy just drive by us that day? Like, and
Yeah.
was like, I want to shoot there.
Well, that
That's
happened
wild.
after yours.
Yeah.
Oh,
like we
interesting.
recorded it, and I mean, I don't know.
So
Like, I don't
Jaden
know.
Smith copied you.
Yeah, that's the tagline. The clickbait to Trey complains about how Jaden Smith copied his whole shit.
That's a clip. That's a viral clip.
Yo. But really though, like we were like recording our video there. We had the i8 with the doors up. I'm like, yo, literally, like he could have drove by while we were shooting that and been like, that's a dope spot to shoot. I'm gonna do that. And like I don't know, like you know, how, like people be having like stuff recorded for months. So like
Right.
he could have done it like way ahead. But I mean, we had the safe video for like a year and then dropped it like a year after or so like that. And then like Jaden dropped his video around, I don't know, like a little bit after the safe video or whatever.
It's not a coincidence he copied you.
Let's run with it. Let's run with it. Whatever gets the
Hey.
most.
I believe
You inspired Jaden Smith. That's
Yo.
pretty cool.
I
He's a
believe
dope.
that
He's dope.
they comb the underground scene. Like,
Yo.
and they
We've
try
come
to,
across this
Yeah.
already.
I literally think that my phone's tapped sometimes. I sound
It
crazy,
is.
but
Yeah.
like
No,
I'm
you're
like,
right.
yo, I said this line. like,
Yeah.
like
No, there's shit I've talked about that like only talked about, never search it or
Oh, yeah.
anything, and it shows up in my ads or something, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, there's something going on here.
Yeah.
Like things that I've just talked about too. Like and I
Didn't
go,
buy it or anything. And
Yeah, it
it's
just
like,
shows up,
or
and-
you put your phone next to it or something. And it's
Nah, they lie. I mean, they used to say that there was not enough processing power to like take what you were saying
bullshit.
Yeah.
and then tailor
Bullshit.
your ads right to you right away. But there's like, I mean,
It's bullshit.
it's not true. Yeah,
It's
like,
not true. It's just not
they
true.
have all types of like web computing and shit. It's nuts. But yeah,
crazy.
they definitely are doing that. And I mean, not to get conspiracy wise, but I do think like that is the future of advertising.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have to figure out like what people are talking about and get your stuff in there.
My friends, like I had a friend, and he was like going through like a pregnancy scare, and like then like on Instagram they started like giving him like ads
No
for like
way.
baby diapers and stuff.
Oh no. Oh, that's terrifying.
Yo,
Was he like Googling those things? Or?
I don't know. Like I can't get into like
Yeah.
the specifics of the story, but that was just the tagline of the story.
That's
Like, yo,
crazy.
I'm scared I'm about to have a baby, and then fucking they're advertising to me
Yeah.
Huggies.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw there was this girl from TikTok who she put out a thing. It was kind of like this, but more like a joke, where she's just like, "Oh yeah, I love Firefox. So let's say you looked up engagement rings on your boyfriend's computer one time, and now he gets advertisements for engagement rings all the time, and you're just like, that's not me. That wasn't me." And they were like
Oh.
trying to say,
yo, that's
That's
so
like-
smart.
That's schemy.
It
That's
just cracked
so
me up,
smart.
yeah.
I'm gonna like go on all my friends' phones and like type in something that I want, and like be like, yeah, I want this for Christmas, and then like have them get ads for it all the time.
There you go.
And they'll be like, you know what? I see it all the time. Might as well just buy it for Trey.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
He
yo,
said he wanted it.
I'm like, damn, Cash, I really want a McLaren.
He said he wanted it, and it's popping up on my phone. This is a sign. I gotta
get him this like $250,000 car.
Feeling cute, might get a McLaren later.
Like, I might tweet that when we're done. I might go get a McLaren. Yo, oh my gosh. Yo,
There is a McLaren dealership nearby.
yo, there's so many people that just joined and like have been through with us. I'm just like so happy. Like,
Look at all them.
thank
Oh,
you
shit.
everyone who's came
Shout out
in.
to everyone who came.
Like
in.
we haven't been like waving at you guys when you walk in, or like should we call it walk in?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
when you
when you
walk
walk-
in on us, like, but like we notice and we
We've
appreciate
been,
you.
we answered the
rocking with us.
questions though. I think.
Yeah,
all
we
of
did answer the
Yeah.
questions. Like, there's 4 people in here. If any of you guys
Shout out
have
to all 4
questions,
of you.
oh, 3.
There we go.
But yo, if y'all got questions, y'all can ask them here too. Like, we want to keep in with the interactive nature of everything. But like,
I like doing the live. We should do this more often.
yeah, I'm glad.
This is good.
Well, when it's funny, I'm going to say this on the podcast. When you first mentioned the live, I was intimidated because I was
Really?
like, I wanted to tie in all these cameras to the live and
Yeah.
do the full switcher thing,
Mhm.
which is expensive and requires another person. And I was like, I would love to be able to do that though. Have the full podcast be
Yeah.
broadcast live.
Oh,
And I was thinking about it, so that could be a thing that happens next. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
that'd be dope.
Sound off in the comments if you want to see podcasts live. We're doing it.
Sound off in the podcast if you want to do the filming for the podcast live
Yes. Oh man, that would help me so
Sound off
much.
if you want to work for us.
for free.
Intern. Exposure.
Free
Exposure.
internship. Are there any young desperate kids out there?
Like, yo, pay your bills with, oh my God, we're going to fucking run up your bank account with exposure. You're about to be the first trillionaire of exposure.
Flush with exposure.
Any college kids looking to get experience, hit us up.
That's like the biggest scam jobs, dude.
Yeah, no. Unpaid internships are the biggest fucking
I just
scam.
picture someone from human resources being super creepy and grooming college students.
Yeah, no, I don't think honestly, unless it's a very specific industry, the medical industry or
Yeah.
something where it's really hard to get into, even I think sometimes the music industry is that way. You kind of have to be an unpaid intern in some
Yeah.
studios just to be there. But yeah, if you have any sort of a valuable degree, get paid for your internship.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish it was their choice.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, you do. I will say I had an internship in college and they paid me. So it was definitely
Oh.
worth it. Yeah, I
It
think
does happen.
you can find them, yeah.
That's-
But there's other ones that don't.
or if
There's a
just
lot that don't. It's a shame.
everybody came together and was like, we refuse to be interns for like less
Yeah.
than this much money.
What if everybody just stops working at the same time?
That kind of just
fire all
happened.
of us, right?
Yeah, that's so funny.
We're all
Like,
gonna
yo,
strike from the world.
just everyone like calling all workers. Like, how would we like
Everyone
convince?
stay home.
How would we convince like Elon Musk and like and the billionaires to not work either? Like,
Yeah, it
do-
just
do
wouldn't
we-
happen.
Is it like the bosses too? Like, do we say
No.
like bosses you can't work too, or just employees?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Damn, now I'm trying to figure out logistics
It's
and
gonna
it's
be tough
stressing
to
me
get
out.
everyone on board.
To say the least. There's like people who are like, man, you're so privileged to just say like stop working.
Everyone
We're
just
like,
stop.
We're like, yo, stop working. Like, we're not gonna do that. And it's like people like in like lower countries are like, I literally have to build these shoes.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because that actually is they explore this idea in the show Rick and Morty. Have you seen this at all?
No, not the show.
So there's like an episode where they go to like a purge planet where they have like a purge once a year and
Yeah.
like everyone like does their thing, and they decide they're like no rules, everything's cool, no one has to work or anything. And they're like, oh okay, I have bread, I'm cool, and they're like, well I need bread. I can trade you some of my things for your bread. And then they like create an economy like
Yeah.
right away. And it's like one of those things you're like, oh, and they're like, I can do that for money. And it's like, okay. Like that's just how it happens. Everyone's like, let's just not work and do everything for free. And then everyone's like, well, I don't want to give
Yeah.
away the things that I have.
Exactly.
Like, for free.
Well, I want it now.
Yeah.
That's so true. It'd be so
Yeah.
hard to
It-
convince things.
It's so interesting when you try to like boil it down like that because the economy is just going to be there.
No, I
There
know.
is one no matter what, but it's just funny. Yeah.
It's like so
it's funny to
ingrained
think
in us.
about.
That's so wild. How long have we been going for?
We're-
A while. We should probably wrap up.
We're at
soon.
an hour 43. This has just been a fun
hour and
podcast. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We should wrap up.
That's
soon.
so wild. There's
Yeah.
gonna be like no one who watches the whole thing.
Hey, as long
yeah.
as they're watching sections of it.
This
that's all
isn't
that
even our
matters.
longest podcast.
Really?
So,
What's
yeah.
the longest one?
Probably like the homie who popped in here earlier, probably like 3 hours. With
So
him.
all right,
yeah.
no. So Casso, the first time he came here, he's actually the first guest we had like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
With when Eastman was here, and
Yeah.
that one went about 4 hours.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's so
Dude likes
crazy.
to talk. That's why he was hanging out here waiting for us to be done so he could talk, but then we didn't finish in time, so he left.
Sorry, Casso.
Yeah,
We got you.
We're
It's all
just
good.
vibing.
We were.
Yeah, no, we'd rather vibe. We'd rather
Let's see
vibe.
who's the last two that made it with us. Oh, we're down to one.
Shouts out the last one. Who is the last one?
That's my mom.
Shouts out Jen.
Yeah, that's the best. Like
Shouts out
family
Jen.
support.
I love it.
Wait, the last two is me and your mom.
I love it.
Shouts out the homies.
Let's
Yo,
go.
I'm supporting.
Day one right there.
But yeah, no, actually, let's find ourselves the wrap up arc. So we talked about Wegdaw. There's Wegdaw merch. There's Tre Michaels merch coming out.
Yes,
is that
there
on the
is.
Wegdaw website? Or?
We haven't decided where we're gonna distribute my merch yet. But
Okay. Do you have a website?
No, if anybody, there's nobody in here. But if anybody knows people who builds websites, hit me up.
Sounds good. I just realized we died over here, our battery, but we're good.
Oh, that
Wait,
camera.
it's
Yeah,
flickering.
My phone's about to die too.
Uh-oh, we're running out of time.
This is a sign.
Yeah, this is a sign. But yeah, we got Wegdaw. We still got that camera, so we're all straight.
No, we're good.
So Tre Michaels website being built. It's gonna happen.
Being
We're
built.
getting one. Wegdaw merch. Check it out on. I imagine is it wegdaw.com, wegdawmusic.com,
I believe it's wigdaw.com.
wegdaw.com.
WEGDAW.
DAW.
Awesome. We got a show November 4th.
November 4th, Feels Fest.
Love that. Fields Fest. Where is this?
Feels. It's at the Hard Rock
Fields
Cafe.
Fest.
Hard Rock
Mhm.
Cafe
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
in Faneuil Hall.
Yeah.
All right.
The only one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is
Yeah.
there another one?
What else? I got a single coming out in like a couple weeks. Body
Okay.
Bag.
Look out for that.
Look out for that. Meow meow meow. Drop some bombs.
Secret album.
I should have like played it for you guys here on the thing, but I
could
guess
do
we
that.
don't. We don't even have speakers, so never mind.
We'll do
Alright,
it next time.
next
Yeah, yeah.
time.
Next time. When
And
it's
the
already
cameras
out.
died.
Yeah, that one died too. So we're
Oh,
out
shit.
here. All right, but yeah, thank you for coming on,
Thank
Tre
you for coming
Of
Michaels.
on.
course, no
Everything's coming
problem.
soon.
Always love
Appreciate
here.
it, man.
Love you guys.
Love it.
Pew, 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 pew.
Episode 101.
We gotta have another killer show soon.
Absolutely. We got to get you on another show for
No.
sure.
Shit, yeah.
Vibes. Peace.